there's one people that I really like. He's really friendly. His name is Can you know it? No, its name is I can't Jack. No. I'm just kidding. His name is Hans. Yes, Hansen. No, wait a minute. Its name is Myangsu. I can't tell the real name. It's okay, got it. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, it sounds very happy. Meow, meow, meow. Many photo cards. And what's this? And sweet treat. And earring. I actually hurt my ear. It's okay. Oh, and there's a letter in it too. Hello, I'm Sun. This is the gift for you. This. It looks very cute, so I bought for you. That's funny. Okay, I'm first going to put it all on. Wait a minute. Oh, how does it look? It's cute. What's the other half? I don't know. Oh, it's 12G. I think it's too ouch. My ear can have it. I think he decided something very uncomfortable. That's fine. Oh, it's very ouchy. There's the other half. Another half. I'll just put one half because when I put another half, it will be very hurt. How do I look? Uncomfortable? Great. Oh, and today we're going to read a book called When Balsam Flowers Bloom. You ready to read? Yeah. Let's read it. Oh, it's really uncomfortable, but it's fine. Garden balsams burst into full bloom again this summer without exception. The rosy petals next to the post in the backyard stood quietly with their heads drooping as if embarrassed. Under the hot summer sun, talcum flowers and zinnias had also blossomed brightly like sparks of fire. It was my very first summer vacation as a middle school student, and I ran to the backyard as soon as I got home. In full bloom, flowers sparkled like gems. Not like gems. I plucked some balsam petals along with a couple of castor bean leaves and placed them on my scarf. As always, I added on to the petals and crushed them together with a stone. Mom, please tie my fingers so I can dye them with balsam, I said. It's that time for the year again. Mom carefully put the crushed petal on my fingernails, wrapped them with castor bean leaves, and tied them tightly with thread. Are you going to see Juno? I guessed. You still haven't forget about him. Leaving her sides behind, I put the leftover petal into a basket and climbed to the hill behind the village. I stood before a small grave. Juno smiled and held his hands out towards me, and I said, I've missed you, Melanie. I'm sorry I couldn't come by often. You must have been very lonely. I'm in a middle school now. We would have a lot more to talk about. Also, I got my fingernails done. I tinted with them balsam. Roundy, my fingers still have tracks of balsam from that time too. Take a look. I wanted to see his hands, but I could only hear his voice. Juno, I had just see what was nowhere to be found. I let out a deep sigh and sprinkled balsam flowers evenly on his grave. When I was my first grade, my brother Myungsu and Junho were both fifth graders. They were in the same class as best friends. Myungsu had a shy and quiet personality, whereas Juno was outgoing and adventurous. Our sweltering summer day, the kids in our neighborhood went for a swim in a creek flowing below the mountain. Everyone ran into the water, splashing on just their underpants. Boys swam in the breaststroke when girls placed their hands on the ground and pedaled their feet in the water. All of a sudden, the girls are splashing water at the boys, who splashed back. Neither side showed any sign of helping. And the water fight continued for some, being the youngest and weakest of them all. I eventually had to waddle out first. My right ankle itched. I scratched it with my hand, but it didn't help. I took a closer look at my feet and found a jet black leech. Besides, a finger attacked my ankle. Oh my gosh, Myungsu! Surprised and scared, I was quite loudly. What's wrong? Myungsu replied, running out of the water. Please help me get rid of the leech. I tried even harder, screaming at the top of my lungs. Ugh, what is that disgusting leech? You of all people, being the wimp that he was, Myungsu couldn't put his hand on the leech and instead stomped anxiously. Juno also came out of the water, wondering what was going on. What do we have here? It's a leech. You're dead meat. He held my leg and with all his might pulled out the blood-sucking leech, revolving leech. He kept murmuring as he used a stone to crush the leech to its death. Youngsu, it hurts, doesn't it? Hanging there after plucking a couple of large wormwoods. Juno ground them with his hands and rubbed them where the leech had bitten me. There was quite a lot of blood. I felt much better. I was no longer in the mood to play, so I put on my clothes and sat on the rock warmed on the sun. Strangely, my entire body began to shiver. Everyone was getting ready to go home, but I couldn't walk. Meowsu, I can't walk. My leg hurts. I groaned. All right, sis. Come and climb on my back, he said as he squatted up. Juno quickly carried me on his back and walked with ease. I rested my head on him without realizing it. His back was warm and comfy, and it felt good. That night, I said to Mom as she was feeling languidly, Mom, I'm going to marry Juno when I grow up. What is this sudden talk about marriage? Do you even know what getting married means? Mom asks, her sides wide. Sure, I do. It's when a couple likes each other and becomes bride and groom, I said. Mom laughed heartily alongside Dad, who was reading the newspaper. On Saturday afternoon, Juno came to my house unexpectedly. Minji, this is for you. What is this? I asked. It's a hairpin. Isn't it pretty? He placed a hairpin in the shape of a yellow butterfly on my palm, and he wrapped my hands into a burst. Then he left in a hurry. The yellow pin glistened like a jewel. Thank you, Juno. I parted my bangs in from the mirror and put the hairpin in my hair. It was beautiful. It's like my earring. Right, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's fine. Isn't this great? But it hurts a little. Okay. I can't go to middle school just because I want to. I still have one more year left. Minji, you're my sweet little sister. I feel about you, don't you? Juno said as he gave me a thumbs up. It seems like he thought of me as just a little sister he didn't have. I brought them steamed potatoes as they studied. I want to quickly become a middle schooler like them, too. I enjoy reading storybooks more than doing schoolwork, and I also stayed at all night reading a good book. There was lots of books in Juno's house. Many books. Wait a minute, I'll just put it. As the youngest child in his family, he had three older sisters in college who bought him many good books, which I was free to borrow any time. Even last night, I have read A Dog of Flanders Far in the Night. I cried so much that my eyes were left puffy and swollen. Minji, are you alright? Why are your eyes so swollen? You stayed up reading again, didn't you? You never listen. What should I do with you? Mom scolded me, her tone harsh. She doesn't even care about her schoolwork. She's a bookworm. All she does is read every chance she gets, Myung-soo said as if he was displeased. Juno, why don't we dye our nails together with garden balsam? I asked. Oh, please, Balsam on a boy fingernails? He said as he shook his head. Who cares? I'm going to do it. Ditch the thought of that. It's just a girl thing. Juno grinned at Mount's words. We placed the crushed balsam on each other's nails, wrapped them with the castor bean leaves, and tied them tightly with thread. Mom came home and laughed out loud when she saw us. What's the matter? Is there an emergency? Sue asked. The dye gas flooded. The pigs, chickens, and all kinds of things have swept away in water, Juno replied, hitting the chest, trying to catch his breath. Yeah, let's go see what's going on. The two boys rushed outside, and I followed them too. The dike turned into a large river with muddy water flowing down and making a massive noise. The water carried long pigs, along with a few chicken and rabbits that come out alongside broken doors and closets. Wow, water's terrifying. It's even scarier than fire. I moved to the edge of the water to take a closer look at one of the books. Opening my eyes wide, I used a long stick beside me to pull the water towards me. It seems like the book was coming closer, pushed by the waves. It was a fairy tale book. I couldn't barely make out the word Count on its cover. Oh, it must be the Count of Monte Cristo. It was a book I have been desperate to read, and that made me lose my mind. I suddenly bent way over and whirled a stick of water so that the book would come my way, but no apple. Minji, watch out! I heard Juno shout as I fell in the water. In a flash, Juno jumped into the water and pushed me out, but he was still in the water. The current was so strong that he couldn't stop himself from drifting away, even thought of he was a good swimmer. Help! Someone help! Myungsu jumped up and down, screaming uncontrollably. Juno! I cried as I collapsed to the ground. What is that? Isn't that Juno? Oh no! Oh God! Juno's going swept away. The villagers stomped their feet anxiously, but he was already far down the river. The howling sound of what grew water, as if for Juno thrashing his arms and pleading for somebody to help him. But that as it may, there was no who could readily jump into the water. The current was too fierce. No, it's very sad. Oh, it's too sad. It's really a sad story. Today's story was very sad. Bye.